Hello, welcome to Sandy La Pastelera. In today's video, we are going to make vegan carrot muffins. And for this recipe, we are going to need the following ingredients. So we are going to need 400 grams of flour. Like I always tell you in my videos, make sure it's a flour that doesn't have baking powder on it. So it can be all-purpose flour or bread flour or either all-purpose flour or bread flour. Then we are going to need 282 grams of brown sugar. You can use another kind of brown sugar or white sugar, but to have the consistency it's better if you use brown sugar. Okay, then we are going to need 10 grams of baking powder, 9 grams of bicarb, 5 grams of salt. Then we're going to need 210 milliliters of water. Then we're going to need 140 grams of oil. It can be canola oil, sunflower oil, olive oil, coconut oil, any oil that you like. Then we're going to need 315 grams of carrots. So what I do with the carrots is I just peel them and put them on my blender, and I like them to be very fine because sometimes people don't like the texture of carrots. So you can either do it like that, or you can simply just grate the carrots the thickness that you want, so it's fine. And then for the raisins, I like to use raisins. So what I do is I soak them, I weigh the raisins, so we need 100 grams of raisins, and then I just add a little bit of water, put it into a pot and boil it for 10 minutes so they are not so hard and they are a little bit fluffy, and they hydrate and they are easy to add it like that. Also, if you don't like raisins, you can either do what I'm going to show you in the process. I just blend them and you can't really feel the texture of the raisins, or you can change them for cranberries, or you can even add granola or any other dry fruit that you like. You can add dates. What else? Yeah, and then if you don't like raisins and you like nuts, you can add walnuts or pecan nuts or any nut that you like. So just make sure to soak the nuts, dry them, roast them, and then you can use them. Okay, so for the process, it's very easy to make. We are going to start first mixing the wet ingredients. So we are going to add the water, then the oil, then we are going to add the carrots, okay, and with the raisins, I'm going to show you what I like to do with the raisins. I just use my hand blender, just add the raisins here, add a little bit of the liquid so it's easier to blend. Oopsie. And now we'll just use the hand blender. Ready. Just make sure you take all the raisins, otherwise you're going to lose a lot of raisins here. So that's what I do because You know, some people don't like raisins. I really like raisins, but some people don't like raisins. So if you do it like that, they won't like really feel the texture. Okay. Well, I have a lot here. Maybe I need a smaller spatula, but it's fine. Okay, so now we are just going to add the raisins here. Ready? Now we are just going to mix it. I love carrot muffins. I love muffins in general. They're so tasty. Okay, so it's all nice and mixed. Now we are going with the dry ingredients. For the dry ingredients, we are just going to mix all of it into a bowl. So we go with the sugar. Let me just put it here. Salt, baking powder. Let me go with the spatula. So baking powder, bicarb, okay, and now I just like to use a whisk to make sure I mix all the ingredients. Nice. And that's it. And I'm just going to bring another bowl because we need a bigger bowl to mix all the ingredients together. So hold on a second. Okie dokie. So we are going to add the wet ingredients. Okay. And now, using the hand blender, I'm just going to make sure I mix everything properly. Okay, if you don't have a hand blender, don't worry, you can use your mixer, whatever mixer you have, and just make sure you use this kind of attachment. This one here, so that way you can mix it properly. Or you can use do it by hand, either way. Okay. So now I'm going to start adding the dry ingredients. Okay, and now you mix everything. I love this recipe. I'll have some flour. Okay. Ready? Hope you can see. Okay, once we have it ready, we are going to put it into our mold, into our muffin trays. So this recipe gives you round about 23 to 24 muffins. I'm going to use these liners. Okay, these are a little bit too big for this tray, but for this one is perfect. Okie dokie. Ready. And you know which one is my favorite, one of my favorite tools, the ice cream scoop. Okay. I hope you know the difference between, oh well, let me tell you, or let me talk about the difference between cupcakes and muffins. Normally cupcakes are fluffier and they have a more like a light texture, and they have a filling, a frosting, always a frosting. It can be buttercream or cream cheese frosting or any frosting that you like, but they always have a frosting. Muffins are a little bit different. They are a lot more dense than cupcakes, and they also they're not necessarily very sweet, and you can have them savory as well, so savory or sweet, and normally they don't have any frostings. And what I like to do with my muffins, I like to add a little bit of crumb or crumble on top, and that gives them a nice texture. So I'm going to show you my crumb. So first let's fill up the muffins. So with this recipe, normally with cupcakes, what you do is that you just fill up 3/4 of the liner, so you don't go all the way, just they have a little bit more than half. And then with the muffins you go almost to the top, because what you want with the muffins is to create a nice dome. Yeah, so you go almost to the top. Oopsie. And you can see with the muffins, the texture is a lot thicker. With cupcakes, it's not like that. And also you can play, I love muffins because I don't really like frostings too much, it's too sweet. But with the muffins, the nice thing is you can add a lot of different ingredients into the batter. For example, we have carrots and raisins, or granola, or any nuts. So you have you can play more with the recipe. Or maybe I just really like muffins. Okay. Okay, first tray ready. It looks like we're going to have, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to have a little bit less than let me see. Well, we're going to have, let me see how many cupcakes we're going to have. Sorry, muffins. Muffins. Oopsie daisy. My dog really doesn't like any thunder or fire thingies, or even motorbikes. He doesn't like any motorbikes. He likes to be like peaceful and quiet, but when you live in a city, you don't get a lot of peaceful and quiet. Okay. Okay, so I got a little bit less than 23 cupcakes. Okay, so that's it. So I got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 muffins. Now let's go with the crumb. I forgot. If you like spices, like a spiced carrot muffin, you can add cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, like a combination of spices. That's also very tasty. Not everyone likes it, but if you like it, go ahead and try it. Okay, this is my crumble, sorry. And it has flour, brown sugar, oats, raw oats, a little bit of salt, margarine, and baking powder, and that's about it. If you don't like raw oats, you can add different flavors. For example, you can add coconut, like dry coconut, or something that gives them a nice texture on top. So what I do is I add a lot of crumble to all the on top of all the muffins, each muffin. And the nice thing about the crumble is that you can make it ahead, and I always have it in my freezer. Okay, that's it. Oopsie daisy. Made everything dirty here. Okay, let's go with the next one. I have I think I told you in the other video, but I will tell you again because maybe this is the first time you're watching my videos. I have a convection oven that has a fan, and I really like it because it helps to so the heat is, how do you say, it's all around the oven. It's like it's nicely distributed. So if you don't have that kind of oven and you have a convection, the one that has the heat comes out from the bottom, or is not an electric oven, you should try to change the temperature. So normally in my oven I need to lower the temperature, because if I put it too high it will just burn and it will be it won't be ready inside. So what I do is I bake these muffins at 160 degrees Celsius for 23 minutes. So if you don't have an oven like mine, you should try baking it at a little higher temperature, so 175. I think 175 degrees Celsius is a good temperature. Okie dokie. Ready. Okay, that's it. So I'm just going to bake the muffins. Because it takes 23 minutes to bake, I just already baked some batch before I made this, so I'm going to show you how they look. Okay, so these are my muffins, my vegan carrot muffins. They look so cute, look. And I love the crumble because it gives them a nice crunchy texture. I really like that. I'm going to show you how they look inside. So what I do is I'm just going to cut one in half. And there you go. That's how they look inside. They're very pretty, aren't they? Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Please let me know if you make the recipe or if you have any problems with the recipe. I'm here to help you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!